Hi YouTubers, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Early yesterday, I posted a video about all the earthquakes they've been having in Texas. And then what happens? We get a 5.4 earthquake. Majority of these earthquakes that occur in Texas are caused by the injection of the wastewater from the oil and gas industry into the ground, the disposal of the wastewater. Supposedly in the Midland area, in the last 30 days, there has been 11 earthquakes. Since this 5.4, there was a 3.3, a 1.9, a 2.7, and a 2.6. But they don't report them all, USGS. And that is probably because USGS was started to use taxpayer money to find the resources for these industries. So for this map right here, we have 406 earthquakes within the last 30 days. This earthquake occurred at 5:35 p.m. Intensity level 7 means everyone ran outdoors. There would be damage to buildings, depending on the quality of the construction, and it would have been noticed by drivers of automobiles. Most of the reports on EMSE come from the Midlands. They said it's the biggest earthquake they have ever felt, and indeed it is. Let's see, only lasted maybe about 5 seconds. It says I had to hang on to the kitchen counter to keep from falling over. It was the longest lasting and strongest earthquake I have felt at my home. Another one says shook the whole house and the power went out. Seemed quite large. Another one from the Midlands. The largest I felt, the largest I've been in actually, felt a jarring while taking a nap. Our power went out and it began to about 30 seconds after. So I guess about 30 seconds the power flashed. No visible damage to our home. Shook our house for about a minute. Walls shook. Felt like the washer and dryer closet shaking about. 4th floor in a hotel. Shook the hotel pretty good. Another one says, we have been experiencing many earthquakes in this area. Like I said, they don't report them all. It was long, about 15 seconds, and I felt every bit of it. It was loud too. My dog jumped into my arms. I hope it was a little dog. Sounded at first like a large truck was driving up to my house. Vibrations throughout the windows. Then from the east to the west, it felt and sounded like a large truck had struck the house and was driving through it. Everything rattled from east to west for about 20 to 30 seconds. Made me run outside expecting to see something. Another one says, this is the first time that I have felt an earthquake that had occurred near me. Another one from the Midlands. Made the house sway, sounded like a loud rumble, made the windows rattle. Pictures on shelves rattled and shook. No apparent structural damage, but all of us in the house immediately felt it. It didn't start out slow at all, just a big boom. And the next one says they heard a deep boom sound. Is there more coming? Yeah, you're going to have more coming. A report from Stanton says sitting on the couch and the whole house shook. Our Christmas tree was about to fall over as it swayed with the vibrations. Well, this is not good. 2 reports about their roofs. One from Snyder, Texas. It said, felt like someone was on my roof. I know that sound and feeling. I'm from California. From Lubbock, it says here, creaking heard in walls and roof of house. Monitor arm shook. Cats went to hide. Yeah, your homes probably are not made for earthquake standards. And if you're hearing it in your roof, I would be very concerned. Roswell, New Mexico. Strong enough to knock over bottles in Roswell. Another one from Roswell. Definitely the most intense quake I have personally experienced. Woke up from a nap thinking my son was rocking the couch and saw the ceiling fan and Christmas tree moving. followed by my children asking if it was an earthquake. Another one. I hope to have a 7 magnitude on Yellowstone soon. As you know, any earthquake has a 20% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. There was an aftershock of a 3.3. 41 people said they felt that one. Intensity level of 6. And let's see how far this one was felt. Looks like just in the general location. Pecos, Carlsbad, it looks like. Roswell, Lubbock. What is that? Abilene? San Angelo, and I'm getting all tongue-tied here. Intensity level 6, felt by all. Many were frightened and ran outdoors. Falling plaster, chimney, and small damage. You guys need to check damage. Your foundations, your gas, your water lines, things like that. All right, reports on EMSE for the 3.3. Says it shook long enough to discuss it while it occurred. First information, earthquake was a 5.3. That was Midlands. Light shaking, loud rumbling for about 4 to 5 seconds. Odessa gives their zip code. It lasted a good 30 seconds. Dog definitely sensed it before it started. My couch just shook. Strange. Felt at Lake Sweetwater, Texas. Not a place one would expect to feel their house shake. Carlsbad says it didn't last long. So, did you feel these earthquakes? What direction? One fella said it went from east to west, it felt like. Yeah, you'll probably have a lot more. And this was the largest earthquake in this area. Back in 2020, there was a 4.0 up over here. Let's see, that was December 31st. And you can see, yeah, we got... Oh, well, just what you need. Dynamite drilling fluids. Kaboom, right? Yeah, they've never paid for any damages, and they fight tooth and nail to admit that they're causing the earthquakes, but I would say at least 90% of these earthquakes are caused by the disposal of wastewater into the ground. So how did your pets react? Give us information. Have you found any damage? I know you got damage. Please put that information down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Always be prepared for a disaster. Not only do you have earthquakes here, you also got tornadoes and floods and severe storms and, all kinds of bad weather. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for your support. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.